Peace, 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 family. How you all doing? My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of A Way of Life, and I am your astrology coach. Today, I'm going to be doing the weekly astrology for October 3rd to the 9th. And Mercury is direct now, so that's a good thing. But it's still picking up speed, so it's a little slow here. And I'll be saying that again a little bit for all of next week too, when it comes to its full speed. But either way, with Mercury moving direct, what that's an indication of is that we'll be getting a lot more clarity to the things that Mercury in retrograde was trying to teach us that maybe we just didn't see clearly. So, family, please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notifications bell so that you can be notified every time we go live. Family, we do appreciate you in advance. Okay, so Monday, the moon will be in Capricorn, and Capricorn is all about business, your actual business, if you have one, whatever it is that you do, whatever ladder you're climbing in relationship to kind of building some kind of status. Becoming mature, responsible, and disciplined in some area of your life. Or, just getting things done around business, just taking care of business in general. Very practical, organized, and somebody who's planning, always has a plan. And the moon will be in harmony with Uranus. I think this is really kind of dope. I'm going to tell you why. Because Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. And Saturn has been in Aquarius for the last 2 years. I think it actually ends pretty soon. Maybe March of next year when everything else is changing. And I like them coming together in harmony this way because all those old ways of doing things that Saturn can be like that are no longer serving us now being in Uranus is like we could see some upliftment and some of these newer things getting some recognition, acknowledgement, from these people who are trying to keep us kind of in chains with doing the same old. Now, I talked about this pretty much all of 2020, where I think a lot more jobs can become remote, right? Because Uranus is unexpected changes, revolutionary changes, freedom, innovation. And now, so it is in the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is pretty much a fixed energy. And so it's slow, but I still feel like because we are both wrapping up this energy of the North Node in Taurus, as well as the Uranus in Taurus and the Capricorn, all of this are kind of coming to an end. And I feel like now people are just seeing maybe the benefits or reasons to why it might be beneficial to be all remote, have electric cars, I was going to say universal health insurance. This is not a health sign, but that was just what came to my mind. could be something to that effect. Just doing things in very new, innovative ways, right? Thinking outside the box, getting more clarity around your ideas, technology, and devices. We could even see some really big changes with these social media platforms at this time too. The moon will be in harmony with Mercury. And Mercury is currently in Libra. Nope, Virgo. I'm pretty sure it's Virgo. It's either Libra or Virgo. And I like this energy as well, because this is about either whether it's in Libra or Virgo, we're connecting to the fact that, again, we have these old bad habits and patterns that we are trying to release and let go from. With that Capricorn moon and Uranus coming together in harmony is going to give us some new innovative different ways to kind of think about how we can get a lot of these things done. Now, especially in Virgo, I think we're already seeing a lot of that, where a lot of doctor's appointments, you don't even have to go in anymore. Counseling, you don't have to go anymore if it's Mercury and Libra, either way. That's a very innovative way of doing things. And it's helping a lot of people save a lot of time to do other things and not have to get up and go get things done. I think because Mercury and Capricorn, again, are both ruled, they rule the work and career area of life, that this could be a sudden, unexpected change to let people work remote. Of course, for the things that you can now. All jobs aren't remote, so obviously I'm not referring to those things, but I don't know. That's what I immediately picked up on when I seen this transit. I was like, oh, so they are considering it. But ultimately, these planets are good because these are planets that are about solving problems. They're paying attention to the details before making final decisions, and their heartfelt conversations, again, around relationships, how we connect to these things to resolve issues and problems. So I liked that. And then Tuesday, the moon moves into Aquarius. And again, Aquarius is just like Uranus, is very innovative, liberating. This is also rules social media, friendships, groups that you belong to, both in person and online, the internet, and your long-term goals, your hopes and wishes, if you will. And the moon will be in harmony with Jupiter, which expands everything that it touches, and it's in Aries. So I think people are being more cognizant and open-minded to the people that they work with, right? Especially with all that Libra energy, and we had the Libra new moon who was really challenging us around the way we connect with people, why we connect with people, what do we need to change around connecting with others and being social, and how to come together to do things, right? Because Uranus and Aquarius also rule your soul tribe, right? The people who are going to help you on this journey, especially if you are in your passion and doing what you absolutely love to do, which is all about what Capricorn rules. That's your mission and purpose in life. And working towards that, you need people, you need a network, a net worth to do those successfully without draining yourself and, doing all responsibilities on your own. Like those old patterns and beliefs and ways of doing things are some of the things that we were rethinking with that Libra energy as well. And so we could see a lot of people taking risks to get out there and network, being more hopeful about the future and the things that they have going on with a upbeat, positive attitude. This could also be good for traveling, marketing, updating your website, going to school, changing your worldview, morals, beliefs, ethics, and some kind of spiritual practice. The moon will be in Venus, sorry, let's try that again. The moon will be in harmony with Venus. And anywhere Venus goes, Venus brings support, right? And so if you're looking for places to network, ask around, you'll find them. The people will just be more willing to give information, to help, to be more helpful. And I like that as well. This could also be really good for resolving relationship issues. We're talking about Venus here. So money and relationship issues. Again, how we're connected in our relationships and how we're communicating in our relationships. Now, I'm saying this is specifically romantic for me personally, but it's Aquarius. It's Jupiter and Aries. I think we're still heavily in retrograde. And if I'm being honest, this could be still very internal, this process here that we are considering. So maybe we're not making actual steps, taking actual steps to do these things, to make these changes, but giving it deep, deep thought. And that's good. I think that's good. And then the moon and sun are in harmony. And anytime you have the moon and sun in harmony, overall, it's just like a flow of energy, of harmonious energy all together. And that just adds to the fuel, if you will, for just having an overall really good day. And then Wednesday, the moon in Aquarius can be very individualistic, rebellious, and this is my Bobby Brown placement, doing whatever it is that Aquariuses want to do. And the moon will square Uranus. Now, Uranus is unexpected changes and upsets, social unrest. Again, going back to, the lack of freedom or somebody being restricted from something. And those things could be coming up with a square. Yeah, because Saturn's ruling Aquarius, and yeah, there could be a lot of emotions going on here. So we could be hearing something on the world stage that's kind of, it could result in a social unrest, where people are kind of like protesting and things of that nature. Personally, you could be rebelling against the relationship changes that you need to take. This could be something that people are really struggling with. You need to make a change, but you're fighting with your ego. Your ego's telling you, nah, the old way is just fine. Forget about coming together and working things out. Who wants to do that? And so that square can be making things really frustrated. There can be a lot of arguments back and forth about your freedom and not really wanting to make changes and decisions, causing confusion and ghosting. This is definitely ghosting energy here. And then the moon will conjunct Saturn. Yep, everything that I just said. Restrictions, boundaries, or lack thereof, discipline or lack thereof, delays, and trying to solve or resolve the problems from earlier. Yeah, that just means a lot of talking things through. Ugh. And then the moon goes void. I don't feel like that's a very supportive energy to have during a time like this. I think it can make things a lot more difficult. So just if you are having disagreements and things with people, I mean, my honest first gut answer is like, don't bother. People are going to come to their own conclusions when they want, and if you're trying to force somebody, that's not love. That's not in the energy of love, right? I think it's best when you have people who are kind of already on the same page, so you don't have to have those difficult conversations, or rather the only difficulty is how is it going to get done, right? Because there are no perfect relationships and there are always going to be problems and issues, but it's like you get to pick and choose what problems and issues are relevant to you, your mental health and your mental well-being. And there's a low end to that and a very compromising understanding into that, where people have lives, they have things to do. And so it's a matter of timing and scheduling. And maybe we can't get things done right now, but we all kind of have a plan and we're going to go work on each piece and give each other some time to really think it through and then come back. Now that's a different kind of conversation. But if somebody is intentionally pulling away, intentionally not giving you answers and causing you grief and pain and anxiety, I'm thinking it might be time to let that go. But it's ultimately up to you. It's your choice. Yeah. And then Thursday, the moon moves into Pisces. I like this shift because now everybody's going inward anyways. They're going to be forced to really look at themselves with this energy, and leave it up to fate. People can be very empathic and intuitive and compassionate at this time, which will be helpful for people who are trying to get answers and responses, but doesn't always mean that that's what you'll get. And it's also good to have space, especially in heated conversations that are a little bit difficult, to have that conversation, no matter how difficult, to leave and then come back, leave and then come back as frequently as possible, or as needed until you come to some kind of resolution. That's another way I see Pisces energy. Maybe even having to do that, right? Because you got kids and people got to go to school and work. And so there's going to be a natural break, or we'll come back and talk about this when we get home. Type of energy. This is definitely pillow talk, bedroom talk, yeah. And then Mercury will be in harmony with Pluto. Yeah, so we're really going deep. Or this could be counseling. Maybe at this point you make the decision like, you know what, clearly we're not getting anywhere with this, but neither one of us wants to go. Let's get a third opinion. Let's have somebody else come in and look at this. Or you're doing the deep research and study of self or the occult knowledge or astrology. And on the other end to that, this could also be additional secrets and things being revealed that kind of change the circumstances of what the conversation has been at this point. And now something's changing and shifting and transforming in a way that is either going to be for the best or the worst. It depends. Now, because Pluto is in Capricorn, again, I do see this being around a lot of businesses. I think we're going to see a lot of transformation around businesses, their expectations of us, whether they can stay open or not. Did they meet their quota? What are they going to do? What kind of resolution steps are they going to use moving forward? And I think that's why a lot of companies are going to allow remote, because of the overhead costs can really change the dynamics of people, what people can do for each other. I'm just waiting for people to like wake up and see that that's cheaper, and I just can't for the life of me understand why they're fighting to keep us going to work when you could save way more money if you're online. But I'm pretty sure it's something else that I don't know, that I can't see about that. That's why it's so difficult. But I do think it's coming. I think it's going to be a fight. Not a lot of people are going to be open to it. Those people are probably going to get shut down. Yeah. And then Friday, Around noontime, the moon in Pisces will be in harmony with Uranus. Pisces and Uranus. I think this is a lot. Very spiritual, very divine information coming here, messages and knowledge and synchronicities. This could be like deja vu, shocking, unexpected messages and number sequences coming to you from out of nowhere. This could be in your dreams that these things are coming to you, but they don't have to be. This could be very enlightening clarity around things that were coming up the day before with an energy like this. And then the moon will square Mars and Gemini. So overwhelmed with thoughts and ideas, not really knowing what to do with all of this. Literally feel like a mental breakdown or restlessness from ideas or information, emotional tension or irritability. So be mindful of that. Stay grounded and keep the faith that everything that's happening, good or bad, things are going to get resolved. They are going to work out exactly the way they're meant to. And then Pluto and Capricorn goes direct. Woo, woo. Now it'll take some time before it gets to full motion. And most of the time, whenever outer planets switch from direct motion to retrograde motion, we here as humans don't typically feel it because it's an outer planet. It's just further away from us, so it's not always as strong, if you will. But I do think, again, we can see a lot of things that I've already kind of mentioned coming up on the world stage. So expect to hear some really interesting, unexpected, shocking changes around work, business and work. But wherever you have your Capricorn in your chart, anything that was hidden will come to light. And then the moon goes void, which honestly, again, anytime a moon goes void, it just takes away from the amount of power from one planet to another. And I think it just could make, I mean, it could either be more potent because there's nothing there or lack thereof, meaning I think it's going to be a lot longer before we see whatever these changes are or anything coming up at this time. The only thing that I think might help push this is the fact that we are in eclipse season, and we might see more of this come up at that time, especially seeing as it's got a lot to do with Pluto and Scorpio is in the South Node at this time. I think all can be revealed at the end of the month, which is when we have the first actual eclipse. And then Saturday, the moon moves into Aries, which is very aggressive, pioneering, action-oriented, ambitious, direct, impulsive, your willpower to act towards something. And this could also be your body, too, your physical body, things with your physical body coming up here. I think this could be like a lot of legal issues with jobs and things coming up here because the moon will conjunct Jupiter and Aries. And so again, Jupiter is very optimistic and social on the high vibration. And that could definitely most likely be what this is. But I don't know. With the powerful energy like that, I think this is more about some disruption coming. This could be laws around travel, education, some outer country things, people, foreigners. We can hear a lot more about foreigners coming to the country, and maybe somehow that's changing some laws. Um, other countries. This could definitely have a lot more to do with other countries and how that might be affecting us in some way. Yes, because Jupiter is oh my God, I always freaking forget this word. You know, the transportation between USA from other countries. There's a name for that. And for whatever reason, my brain can't freaking think of the name. So I don't know why I always forget what the name of that is, but some kind of shipment. It could be messing up shipments that are supposed to come in. Yeah. And then Sunday is the full moon in Aries. Yeah. I feel like it's about to be a shit show. This can test relationships because that's just what full moons do, especially with the Aries Libra aspect. The moon will be in harmony with Venus, which will be in Libra at the time. It is not at the time that I'm doing this video, but it will be. And that's again just a further emphasis that this is going to be about relationships, because Aries is the self and Libra is others. And so on a personal level, again, we're just getting really serious about our expectations in relationships and changing any habits or patterns that aren't getting us the results that we want. That's just going to be a continued theme from the Libra aspect of it all. And Jupiter is going to expand that energy and opportunities and possibilities to do that, to be able to do that. But again, I also think this is legal issues. Yeah, look, because Saturn will be in harmony with the moon. I mean, it's harmony. So Saturn is getting disciplined, structured around the moon and Aries, the self. Yep. Healing to resolve issues and any relationship issues. Setting up boundaries. Saturn is a very serious sign and it wants results. So this can make this extremely intense for people, again, who are just not ready for change. Anyway, family, I hope you found this information helpful as usual. I love and appreciate y'all. Peace.